Hello everyone, this is Simple Math for you, and today's lesson is distribution of data. مرحبا بكم في Simple Math for you، ودرسنا اليوم عن توزيع البيانات وأشكال توزيع البيانات. In this lesson, we are going to analyze the shape of a distribution that will help us to learn about the data it represents. When data are graphed, the shape of the distribution can be seen. One of the ways, even if it's in histogram or box plot or dot plot, it might look like that. In this part or in this figure, you can see that the data are evenly distributed. It is symmetric. The parts at the right almost equal to the parts at the left. And it is very similar in the dot plot here. And in the box whisker, it will look like that. And as you see here, the length from the median or from Q2 to the maximum is almost equal to the other part. In this case, we call it symmetric. The whiskers are the same length from here to here is almost the same as from here to there. So the median will be exactly at the center of the data. This is another way of distribution, which is called negatively skewed distribution. And we can see that fewer data are on the left. The data are almost concentrated at the right. Similar distribution will look like in the dot plot. But in the whisker, you can see that the length of this whisker is more than that one. So the left side is more than the longer side, and that is called negatively skewed distribution. For the positively skewed distribution, it is the opposite of the previous case. Fewer data will be to the right. The data is focused to the left. We will call it positively skewed. And in positively skewed, the right part is longer than the left part here. The right whisker is longer than the left side, and the median is closer to the shorter whisker. What does that mean? How can we deal with that? When we analyze distribution, if the data is negatively or positively skewed, we are going to use five-number summary, which is minimum, Q1, Q2, which is the median, Q3, and the maximum. And this was explained in the previous video. Here, the positively and the negatively are the same. If it is symmetric, then the mean and the standard deviation will be better measured. Let's take some exercises here. The distribution represented by the below box is symmetric, negatively skewed, or positively skewed. As you see here, since the data here, the length the left side is less than the right-hand side, so the positively skewed is the most actually proper choice here, because here it is longer. The right-hand side is longer, so we call it positively skewed. And for that one, since fewer data is to the left, we call it negatively skewed. Sometimes you can feel it in the other way. You can say that, well, it is a positive slope. Think of it in a different way, on the opposite way. If it is positive slope, then it is negatively skewed. We can assume it's something like that. Now, true or false? If the distribution is symmetric means the right-hand side is almost equal to the left-hand side, then the mean and standard deviation are better statistics to represent the data. Yes, we agreed on that. Here, I didn't choose. It is here negatively skewed. Yes, sorry. If the distribution is either negatively or positively skewed, then what is the better measure? We say that it's five-number summary. will be the better measure. And if you have data distribution and you find that it is negatively or positive skewed, then it would be better for you to find the minimum Q1, Q2, Q3, and the maximum. Describe the center and spread of the data using their mean and standard deviation or the 5-number summary. As you see here, this is the set of data and it is represented in this histogram. For this histogram, we can see that fewer data will be to the left, and this means that this is what? Negatively skewed. And since it is negatively skewed, then we can answer this question. We will use the 5-number summary. Means out of this data, you will find the minimum, the maximum, and you will arrange the data to find the median, then Q1, then Q2. Actually, this data is a lot, has a lot, and you can use your calculator to find these data. Describe the center and spread of the data using either the mean or standard deviation. This data looks symmetric. The right-hand side is almost equal to the left-hand side. يعني هذا متناظر، نقدر نقول الطرف الأيمن تقريبا يساوي الطرف الأيسر أو يشبهه يعني. فبالتالي we call it symmetric. And for the symmetric distribution, we will use the mean and standard deviation, which was discussed in previous video. You can check this data. Actually, it's a very long list. You can find the mean. Mean is adding the numbers and divide by the number of these elements. And then you can find the standard deviation. If you are willing to do so using the calculator, you will find that the mean is equal to 82 and the standard deviation is 7.4. You can check using the calculator. Describe the center and spread of data using this. As you see here, also this is symmetric. Since the length of the right whisker is equal to the length of the left-handed whisker, so we will use the mean and standard deviation. And the last question, in this box whisker, you will find that the right-hand whisker is more than or longer than the left-handed whisker. That means it is skewed positively. So it is positively skewed. And we said that if it is positive or negative skewed, we will use 5-number summary. Let's try to find these numbers from the box here. The scale is used 30 to 70. The horizontal one is 30 to 70, taking the scale 4. So we can scale it in this way. And the vertical scale is 0 to 5, scale 1. So we can scale it this way. And let's start. What is the minimum? Minimum shown by this one. So if you go down, you can see that the minimum is approximately 30. And the maximum here is approximately 68 from the whisker plot. What else easily can be found? We can see that here, Q1, the first quartile, you can drop vertical here segment. It's about 36, we can say. So Q1 is about 36, less than 36 actually, because 36 is at the middle. So if you drop it clearly here, it's almost here. Yeah, it's about 35, we can say. So Q1 is about 35. Q2, which is the same as the median, is from here down. So Q2 is the same as the median, which is about 42. Q3 is this one, little more than 54, or it can be considered as 54. So we found the 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are asked about interquartile range, IQR, it's Q3 minus Q1, which is 54 minus 35. 54 minus 35, which is 19, which includes 50% of the data, actually. It's different than the range itself. Range is generally maximum minus the minimum. And our maximum was 68, our minimum was 30. So we can subtract, it will be 38. But it's not one of the actually 5-number summary. But يعني that's for your opinion or your information. Thank you all. This was all a summary about the distribution of data. I hope this was an easy lesson. Thank you so much and goodbye.